Hi friends, good evening to each one of you. Very recently, we had conducted a sales development program, and the program was, meant for the first line and the second line manager, and where we feel the necessity of this emotional intelligence. Particularly the people who are in the leadership. We could observe well, we could, feel there is the leaders are lacking of the emotional intelligence. So today evening, I want to dedicate the session, how this emotional intelligence is important and imperative to know in the part of each and every leaders. Since you all are in the leadership, and I discussed many times that leadership, the leaders are born and develop in the family. So it may be your family front or your office front or your social front. So in each and every point of view, that how your emotional intelligence control you personally and professionally. So that we'll be discussing today. So friends, I am Suresh Chandra Mahapatra, the founder of TTM Academy. Those who have subscribed my channels, they might have, getting my talks, videos, every now and then. And those who have not, my sincere request that you post these videos, share these videos with your friends so that your entire this community will be benefited by this. When we talk of emotional intelligence, generally we understand the ability to identify and manage emotions. But my dear friend, that is not enough. That manage one's emotion or worries, saying that your emotional intelligence is completed. Hopefully that is not a complete answer to that. So what is emotional intelligence? If I'll define in one word, so there, one sentence, that is ability to identify and manage the emotion. You know that the human beings by birth, man is a social being and an emotional being too. So emotional intelligence comprises four things. One is that is your social skill. Two is your self-awareness. Three is your, self-regulation. Fourth one is your motivation. And I told you four, but in fact, the fifth one I am joining with you as empathy. So let us discuss it one by one by one. When we talk of this social skill, I told you in the beginning that, human being is a social being. You will live in the society, and we love the society. And there might be some, people, if I'll connect you to the Alexander Selkirk poem, if you recollect that, oh solitude, where are the charms? The sailor has been in, due to the wreckage of the ship, he is in island, and no human being is there. There he is lamenting society, friendship, and love divinely bestowed upon the man. Oh, had I the wings of dove, how soon I taste you again. So this is self-explanatory, and I don't think that I need to explain this stanza to you. So no doubt we need society, we love society, and we live in society. So then what is the social skill and how it is, help to a leader? So this is social skill is sharing, social skill is active listening, social skill is, cooperating, social skill is, responding, and social skill is conflict resolution, social skill is communication. And communication in such a manner, in such a way, so that, to whom are you communicating, you must understand it. The aim of your communication must be fulfilled. Then you are rightly communicating with your community or rightly communicating the people whom are you communicating. Then come to this next point, that is self-awareness. Being a leader, it is very, very important, to have a self-awareness. So what is that? Ability to adapt. See, as a leader you have to reconcile or adjust with the situation. No situation will adjust with you. And ability to adapt and behavior. See, I always say in my different, YouTube video and while conducting training program and others, I say that people are not difficult. And many leaders feel that it's very difficult people to handle. But my dear, friends, people are always different. And improving relationship, self-awareness is, see, somebody is bad, but you are not bad. And you should have that skill how to improve the relationship. Any relationship, can be improved. And as a leader your self-awareness should be how to make better decision. Decision, each one of us is taking. But take a better decision in the point of view of society, better decision for your personal thing, better decision for your country, better decision for your organization, better decision for your team member. So your self-awareness lead to make better decisions. And what else? More, confident. That, self-awareness, make you more confident leader. As a leader, unless you are confident, how can you make confident to your team? So that self-awareness leads to you a more confident leader. Then we'll be coming to the third point. Third point is the self-regulation. So a good leader, he knows how to regulate him. Unless he knows how to regulate him, it is difficult to regulate others. That means that in self-regulation part, the first point is coming flexibility. As a leader, you should be flexible. If you will not be flexible, then you cannot adapt with the situation. Then sustaining, then innovation, and then better planning. As a leader, you should plan better and organize. Things should be much organized by you. And emotional control. Self-control means you are controlling your emotion. Unless you control your emotion, see, as a human being, you will angry, you will laugh, you will be more situation, you will be there, you will be disappointed. But how are you controlling this, situation? How are you controlling your anger? How are you controlling your, emotion in anger when you are, the team is depleting? How are you controlling your anger when the team is not performing? How are you controlling your overwhelmedness when the team is overperforming? So that is your self-regulation. Then we are coming to the next point, that is our motivation. When we talk of the motivation, a good leader, first he motivates him. Unless you know how to motivate you, unless you are motivated, it is always a difficult task, to motivate your team. So you should be motivated enough to motivate others. To motivate you and the team, set new goals. Be positive always. Even you have to positive in the negative situations. And incorporate the new ideas. The idea which was working last year, may not work for this year. So that is why you should generate or incorporate new ideas or better ways how to get the work done. That is why how you can motivate yourself and motivate others. What happens, I tell you, even if the strategy, even if the marketing strategy, even if the product strategy, even if the, if it is in the last year, it needs to be changed because competition has been changed. People have been changed. Many new blood have been joined. And the motivation part is rewarding. See, you also need to be rewarded, and your team member, your performing members has to be rewarded. And focus on the dreams. Always dream high, achieve higher, and earn the highest. Unless you dream big or think big, it is not easy to achieve the big things. Because see, you have never seen a person who has planned for 1 crore and landed in 2 crore. To land in 2 crore, you have to plan 2.5 crore. Then you can land, then you can land in 2 crore. So always think high, dream high, plan high, and focus on the dreams. So dreaming is not enough. To materialize your dream, to achieve your dream goal, then you have to focus on the dreams. You cannot change your goal post. Yes, how you will reach to your goal, that medium may be changed. Some course correction may be, taken place to reach the objective or the, and set up good habits. See, good habits does not come overnight. You have to try hard to inculcate good habits. It may be getting up early in the morning. It may be getting up, wishing to your teammates in their anniversary, birthday. It may be, celebrating every small achievement or a small milestone to be celebrated of your goal. If 25% of your goal is been achieved, which you have set, that must be celebrated. And when you are celebrating a, shorter milestone, small milestone, it encourages your team members to achieve gigantically. And sometimes this, small celebrations that enthuse your people, that motivate your people to go for an extra mile for them and for you. Ultimately, you as the leader, you are being motivated and you are motivating your team. So motivation is mandatory. Motivation is essential, and motivation really propel not only to you, not only to your team, but also to your organization to a newer height, to a higher height. What else? I'm coming to this last point of this emotional intelligence, that is the empathy. My dear friends, you all have hour of sympathy, you all have hour of apathy, but we'll be discussing on the empathy. What is empathy? See, empathy is, accelerated productivity. Productivity, people are producing. But how can you judge one is accelerating in this productivity? A sustaining progress, a continuous progress, that is called the accelerated productivity. And that is your empathy, Then what else? Then it is cultivate, compassion. How you should be compassionate to your people. See, you do not know who will be facing the problem, life problem. When life will, throw a challenge, unwanted problem to any member of your team, but be compassionate to that. But when you are compassionate to your people, see, you are doing it empathetically. Be empathetic and compassionate. And, engagement. People perform when they're being properly engaged. And you are watching it and expanding it. See, an idle man's mind is a devil also. Unless your people are being teammates, being properly engaged, see, you can't expect a big result, right? Then there should be engaged and competitive atmosphere. See, there should be, we always as leader, always look at the, outside competition. We land in the marketplace taking who are the competitors of our brand. But in a realistic way, to compete the outer competition, you have to create the internal competition. Suppose your teammates, some of your teammates are achieving 1,000 units of one product, 5,000 units of products. So how the internal competition should be there? Who can break the established record in your organization? So by that way, if your internal competition will there, the person who is on the top as the performer, he will also make a self-competition to retain the position or will overshoot the record he has achieved. So hopefully these points will be helping to you, my dear friends. So to every day, wherever you are working, whichever organization you are working, you have to strengthen your, emotional intelligence. And it is not a subject to be taken in 1 hour, half an hour, 15 minutes. A special session is devoted for that. And by the way, hopefully you'll be enjoying to that and you'll strengthen your emotional intelligence to be a successful leader. That I wish and desire. And those of your friends who need the, video on this emotional intelligence, at least they will they'll be getting a very graphic idea about the emotional intelligence. Hopefully, you will provide to them. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will be updated about the. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video on emotional intelligence. Thank you. Thank you.